Hey, Scott Sambucci here, Chief Sales Geek over at Sales Qualia. I want to talk to you today about prospecting. One of the questions that comes up all the time in our group collaboration calls as part of the startup selling program is, I've got this list, right? I've built this list of potential prospects and it's pretty specific, right? I've gone after a certain persona, a certain buyer in a certain market. Maybe it's a list of 500 or 1,000 people. And separately, I've got this item of value of some kind. It's a white paper, or it's a webinar recording, or a blog post, or a short video about my company. And how do I use these two different assets the right way? And so a lot of times the big mistake that I see people make is they have that list, and so they want to just blast everyone with like, hey, here's a white paper that we published, and then they attach the white paper, or here's a link to a blog post we just wrote. And then you're kind of hoping that that person is going to read and digest that information. Well, the problem is if I didn't ask for that information, even if it's somewhat interesting, it's going to get lost in my email, and it's also going to kind of clog up my email. So instead, what I want you to do, and this is my Monday morning challenge to you, instead of just simply sending that information out to your list, what I want you to do is called permission-based marketing or permission-based selling. What you're simply going to do instead of sending the information is ask the person if it's okay if you send it to them. And so what this means is you're going to have to craft just a quick personalized email, something like, hey John, I saw that you're the senior vice president in charge of operations at such and such bank, and one of the things that we do here at our company is solve XYZ problem for people just like you. In fact, we just wrote a blog post about this exact topic. May I send you a link to that blog post? Right? It's totally different. Because now John, if he's read, first you're going to know if he's read it, and secondly, he's going to know if he's interested, he's going to reply back and go, yeah, that sounds great. Now you know that John is interested in that problem and interested in some potential content or something valuable that's going to help him solve that problem. So whether it's a blog post or a white paper or a link to a webinar or a link to a quick recording, a video that you might have done, what you're going to do is simply before you send it is ask permission if it's okay to send it. And what I think you'll find is taking this approach, you're going to get a much different response rate and much more engaging conversations with the prospects on your list. So that's my tip for you today. And what's better is this week, I've got good news for you. I'm going to be hosting a live webinar. So if you're getting frustrated and you're feeling like, this prospecting thing, I'm not getting people in my pipeline, or the people I'm getting are the wrong people, then what I want you to do is sign up and reserve your spot for this live webinar. So on this page, there's a link that you can click and reserve your spot. We've got a bunch of seats left. We've got about 20 people that have already registered. We've got about 30 spots left the last time I checked at the time that I'm recording this message for you. So go ahead and reserve that spot now. If you're having some difficulties or getting frustrated with filling your sales pipeline, then this webinar would definitely be for you. Okay? So hope to see you this week on the webinar. And in the meantime, this is Scott Sambucci, and I'm signing off.